guys, it's Mandy. How are you doing today? This video, it's a lot. Okay, I don't even know how to start it because it's so crazy, but I guess I'll just start with like how I found out about this and whatever. I don't like plan to talk about creepy stuff. Things just happen to me and then I'm like, I have to tell the world. I was at work last weekend and I did this client. She's Portuguese and she's super beautiful and really nice and really like girly and pretty and whatever, and you never would think ever in a million years that anything creepy or paranormal or whatever would ever happen to her. But I was telling her about how we were going to the haunted hotel this weekend and how excited I was and all the crazy stuff that I've been through in my life, and she told me about how she experienced a few things when she was a kid. And I was like, oh, well, tell me about it. Basically what happened was she was about 9 or 10 years old and she has this cousin who is a little bit older than her at the time. Well, in general, a little bit older. That stuff doesn't change, Mandy. Like, come on, hello. And they were living in Portugal, and apparently there was this painting that is very popular, according to her, in Portugal, even though when I searched it up, it looks like it's really popular in England, and it came to be in England and was really popular in Britain and all that. Apparently in Portugal, it's a really popular painting amongst the older generation. She said her mother and her mother's mother and all of them, a lot of people that she knew had this painting in their house. Don't ask me why, because I don't know why you would pick up a painting of a crying child and be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that and I'm gonna put it in my child's room and have them stare at it at night. Yeah, no. They hung up this painting in her cousin's room and nobody ever thought anything of it, I guess. Like, it was just always there, whatever. One day, he started acting very strange. My client's mother was very close with her sister, the aunt, right? So the client's mother's sister's son. The client's mother's sister had gone away on a vacation or something and had left her son, let's say his name is Bill, had left Bill all by himself at home, and he was older, he was able to take care of himself. Bill's mother told her sister, like, can you please just drop in on time to time, make sure he has food, make sure he's good. And she was like, of course I will, yeah. She'd drop in on him and he would be really like distant and quiet and kind of like talking to himself and a little weird, and she was like, are you okay? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm fine. Until one day he called her, Bill called her and was like, I'm having these thoughts, I want to kill myself, like I'm really thinking about it. I'm so creeped out right now. I hate. He was like, I'm really creeped out right now. I'm having all these thoughts. There's voices in my head. They're telling me to kill myself. I think I'm gonna do it. All of these things. And of course, that freaked her right out and she rushed right over. And when she got there, Bill's girlfriend was in shock. She was scared. She was crying. She was shaking. And Bill was lying face first on the floor. And at first glance, you're like, oh my gosh, what did he do? Did he kill himself? Whatever. But he didn't. He was very much alive, very much breathing, just face down on the floor. And they went to his girlfriend. They were like, what happened? And she was like, she couldn't even talk. She was so scared. When he got up, he had this like really low demonic voice. And he looked really scary, and like everything around him was trashed because apparently before they got there he was breaking things and he was scaring his girlfriend and he was screaming and he had a different voice and his eyes were different and he was possessed basically. The mother's sister decided to take Bill and get him fixed because she was like, this is crazy, like what the hell is going on? So she took him to this priest. Or it wasn't a priest, it was like this spiritual, psychic woman who was able to, you know, perform exorcisms and cleanse and heal houses and spaces and bodies, whatever. She was like spiritual, awesome. And she was able to get this demonic entity out of Bill. When she did that, Bill puked up all of this black, hairy stuff, and it was awful. He was puking all this hairy black stuff. And I've heard that that happens a lot with people who get possessed. Like, I don't know, like, I heard that that's a common thing that happens. You puke black, hairy stuff. So if you guys are puking any black, hairy stuff, you might want to go to church. The lady, the psychic lady, was like, I'm gonna go back to your house and make sure there's nothing there, nothing bad. I want to cleanse everything. I want to make sure everything is healed and cleansed and purified. So they're like, okay, cool. So they came over to the house. She went straight to the painting. Straight to the painting that was hanging up in his room. What is this painting? What does it mean? Why did you get it? And the mom was just like, I don't know. We just got it. We just hung it up. And she turned to Bill and she was like, does this painting, like, scare you? Does it make you sad? And he said, yeah, it makes me sad. And she said, do you sometimes feel like you are the boy in the painting? And he said, I guess, maybe, yeah. And she was like, this painting is evil. It has a curse on it, it's evil. So she literally took a knife and she like scraped the whole thing, like completely destroyed it. And she took it with her and burned it in a fire somewhere. I don't even know what she did there, but she like destroyed it, and she like really destroyed it. Yeah, she said that that painting was the reason why he was having all of those issues. It's a very common thing amongst people to have this painting. So that's like the backstory of why I was like, that is so crazy, like I can't believe. And I was like, can you show me the painting? And she searched it up on her phone and she showed me, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a story time about this, and I'm gonna do my research on this painting and see if anything else has happened to anybody that has had this painting in their house, because what the hell, like it's known, obviously. If I searched it up on Google, it's the first thing that comes up when you type in crying baby painting. Like, what? So we're gonna dive into that right now, just the backstory, because the stuff I found is ridiculous, okay? And I'm sure a few of you will find this painting familiar, because I did a Younow stream and I showed some of the people that I was streaming live with this painting, and some of them were saying that they found it familiar. Sorry, Luca just texted me. Let's dive into it. Okay guys, so I have researched a lot, and this is what I found. For the most part, these are the facts that I have found. So the artist of the painting, his name is Bruno Amadeo, and he was working as a painter in Venice, and he actually created not just that painting, but a lot of paintings of crying children. He actually painted at least 65 crying boy paintings. Eventually, some of these paintings were brought to England, were mass-produced and sold for really cheap prices. More than 50,000 copies of the paintings actually got sold and made their way into their new homes in England. He painted them in the year 1950. Prints of them were mass-produced all the way up until the late 80s. So that would explain why a lot of the generation we know now has experienced some stuff with this, because it's like a common thing even today that these paintings are still in the houses of the older generations. In 1985, a really popular newspaper article in the United Kingdom printed a story that was about the painting causing a really terrible fire in this family's home. The story was about a terrible experience of May and Ron Hall after their Rotherham home was destroyed completely in a fire. The fire spread rapidly, apparently, and destroyed everything on the ground floor. Only one item remained intact. And it was, in fact, the print of the crying boy, and it was on their living room wall. What's crazy to me is apparently a firefighter claimed that he had attended at least 15 houses that were destroyed in a fire, and that painting was still intact in their homes, which, like, obviously right there is a red flag, because if you've been to 15 houses that have been burnt to the ground and this painting was in it, obviously there's some kind of connection there. But after a while, this was a very common thing. People's houses were burning down, and this painting was found in a lot of the homes. So it became like this huge social panic that everybody started to know about it, and they blamed the painting and they called it the cursed child. I just searched up some of the things that had happened to some people. I'll read it to you. So a lady in Surrey lost her house to fire 6 months after buying the painting. 2 sisters in Kilburn had fires in their homes after buying a copy of the painting. One sister even claimed to have seen her painting sway backwards and forwards on the wall. No! No. A concerned lady on the Isle of Wight attempted to burn her painting without success, and then went on to suffer a run of bad luck. A gentleman in Nottingham lost his home and his family were injured. A pizza parlor in Norfolk was destroyed, including every painting on its wall except for one. And I read that in one of the cases, one of the fires in a house, everything was burnt to the ground and the painting was still intact on the wall, and there were 2 paintings on either side of it that were completely burnt to a crisp except for that one. How could it be anything else? Seriously, like, there's really no rational explanation for that. Like, for real, like, this stuff, and these are all facts. These are facts, guys. Like, this is an actual thing that happened. Whether you want to believe if it's paranormal or not, that's up to you, but look it up yourself. This painting has a track record of bad things happening, so just search it up for yourself. A lot of people have said that they've experienced really bad luck if they attempted to destroy it or burn it or get rid of it. And there are a few theories around the backstory of the actual boy in the painting, and I'll read them to you. I'll just search them up. So they ranged from the little boy being a gypsy child whose family placed a curse on the artist. Some claim that the child had died in a fire and his spirit was trapped in the painting. But the most common story is that the crying boy in the painting accidentally set a fire to the studio of the artist who painted him. That same child's parents had also been killed in a fire. Wherever the little orphan went, fires mysteriously followed, earning him the nickname of Diablo, or devil. The boy supposedly survived to early adulthood, but was tragically killed when his car crashed and burst into flames. From then onwards, it was his image that carried on his cursed fascination with fire. These are all the things that I have learned from the interwebs of the backstory of this painting. It's just crazy because, like, this is a real thing. Like, this, I know somebody that something bad has happened to them with this painting, and I don't know, I was really excited to show you guys, and I was really excited to do this research and like let you guys know, because I've never seen that painting before, and I've never seen anybody like talk about it or do a video on it or anything. Like, all of these paintings and dolls and stuff are like really well known, but this painting is actually really well known and has a track record of facts of fires and bad things happening to people. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and give it a like if you did, and please hit subscribe if you like me and my channel. Don't forget to click that notification bell because I do make videos every week, and I wanted to make this announcement for you guys. It's a really exciting announcement that I am going to a haunted hotel this weekend, and I'm doing a collab with Brittany44 and Jessie V, and we are all going there. And I'm also bringing my friend Kat. You guys remember Kat? She's gonna be helping me film. She's gonna be filming things for me, so I don't have to like hold the camera. She's gonna help me with that. A little bit later on this week, I think I'm gonna make another video of some research that I'm gonna be doing on the actual hotel that we're going to, and give you guys a backstory on how this whole thing started, how it began, what makes it haunted, and why we're going there. And I'm so excited, and yeah, so I love you guys so much. Don't forget to follow me on my socials. Don't forget to follow me on Younow. I have the link in the description. I usually do Mondays with Mandi around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but sometimes I do it a little bit earlier, or sometimes I do it throughout the week. So follow me on my socials to know when I'm going live, okay guys? I love you so much. Peace out. Bye.